Hey, Devonte, welcome to the room. Let's get started with questions from Anthony Dasher and then Chip Towers.
Hey, Devonte, good to see you again. Jordan, gets asked a ton about you, a lot, and he talks about, I guess, the brotherhood that you guys have, and just how much he means to you off field. Kind of flip that question, back to you a little bit, and just what he has meant to you, and how has he helped you become the player that you are today?
How I became the player I am today, man, I just really kept my head down, kept grinding. I always kept the outside noise out, you know what I'm saying? I stayed to myself. And I believed in my coaches. And actually, my brothers, they helped me out too. So, especially JD, we came in together. So, we stayed by his side the whole time and we worked together. And we just believed in each other.
Devonte, you're sitting here. You made the decision to come back your senior year along with Jordan. You guys are 10-0. You know you're in the SEC championship game. Has it been a fairy tale almost? How would you describe how this senior year has been for you?
I mean, this senior year really been great. It's surprising, actually. When me and JD decided to come back, we just knew we was going to have like a Sonny Michel, Nick Chubb type year. Yeah, we just want to like really finish it. It's our last year. And we just knew we could have did something with us because we leaders, and with the leaders we had in the room, we knew we could have made something great. So when he told me he was coming back, because I already made my decision, when he told me, we just kept working. We kept working, pushed the team, we pushed the freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and then everybody bought into the plan. Just look where we at now.
Are you going to be emotional when senior day commences on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm gonna be very emotional, man. Very.
Thank you.
Let's go to Mark Weiser and then Seth Emerson.
Hey, Devonte, I want to ask you about some of the freshmen that aren't necessarily playing a lot, but you're seeing in practice, whether, on the scout team or just, in other drills, guys like, Sori and maybe some of the defensive linemen that haven't played that you work with.
They developing fast at that. They helping us out and on scout team. They helping us out at a big part. They playing a big part in the scout team. They helping us out. They moving fast. They learning. They getting to know the plays. And I can't wait to see them play next year because they've been working really hard, really hard.
Devonte, if you can think back to last year, when did you? Because obviously, originally last year was going to be your last year. No option to come back. When did you start thinking I might take advantage of the COVID year, and how did that thought process go?
I just started talking to my family, coaches, teammates, and I just knew I just knew my worth, basically. I knew my worth. I knew what my talent is. I knew where I was supposed to be. And I wanted to graduate too. So that was another part of it too. I got to get close to graduation, and I just knew my worth. So I just stayed another year. I was like, I'm not gonna just leave and just settle for anything.
Let's go to Jake Rowe and then Connor Riley.
Devonte, I don't know if you remember, but I think it was during bowl practices. You had just gotten to Georgia. Kirby kind of called you into the media room and was like, hey, here's Devonte Wyatt if you guys want to ask about him. He just started practice here. It seems like that was a month ago. Has it flown by that quick for you? And what are some of your best memories? What's the most fun you've had since you've been here?
I definitely remember that day. I was walking past the team meeting, and he was in the meeting. I peeked my head in. I remember that day, and it went by so fast that I thought about it. I just thought about it. It went by fast. And what was the other question again? You repeat that?
Can you pick out a memory from Georgia, whether it's this year or previous year, where just you can remember, just man, this is a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun here.
Clemson game, the first game of the season. It was the first game. I just knew we was about to be special. I just knew it when we all was just tied in together. We was all focused, and then when we won the game, how everybody just connected and everybody was just. I just seen on everybody's face how serious everybody was and how important it was to them and for the seniors too. And it was fun after that Clemson game. After Clemson game, I just knew.
Hey, Devonte, two questions. One, you went down a couple of times on Saturday. What was with that? And then working against Brock Vandegrift when he's on scout team, what have you seen from him so far?
I went down, my rib was hurting. I kind of like, they was moving, the tempo was kind of fast, so my rib was hurting, and then that was the whole move right there. I couldn't, my ribs was just messing with me. I couldn't like get back up or like breathe a little, so I had to like stay down. Brock, he definitely came a long way since the first time, since spring game. Somebody asked me the same question about Brock the spring game. Definitely became a leader. He started he building his confidence, and like that's about it. Like he's getting better day by day.
Let's go to Mike Griffith and then Palmer Toms.
Yeah, Devonte, I want to ask you about the offseason. When I was talking with Jordan, I was asking him, what does it take to be a Georgia guy? Because I think LeCount said that Georgia is not for everybody. So you're shaking your head. So tell me about last summer. I guess the peak of it was before pool day. And then just what does it take to be a guy that can get through Georgia and finish your career at a place like this?
First thing first, you got to be tough. If you're not tough, don't come here. If you're not mentally strong, don't come here. If you're not ready to work, don't come here. If you're not ready to take sacrifices or buy into what we have going on here, don't come, because we all a family, and we're not going to let one person come in and do like what he want to do, or just do what's not planned, because it can break up the whole team. It can do a lot of stuff and hurt the team in different ways. But what Richard Count said, is not for everybody though. You got to be tough and mentally strong to come in. Definitely.
And was last summer, I know that every summer, whatever's fresh in your mind, but do you think last summer really was the toughest one that you'd had?
Not so. I feel like my first summer here was my toughest year. That was my toughest year right there, because it was my first year. Didn't know what I was getting into. And it was like, I think it was like Kirby's second year. And my first, and he was just rolling. Everybody was just rolling. That was after the not the SEC, but the national championship too. That was the most difficult year for me.
Devonte, looking back on that summer and the offseason, what was it about this defensive line group that you knew was going to be so special? Because it has certainly appeared that you and Jordan and Trayvon and Jalen have had, one heck of a season together.
Everybody in that D-line room is my brothers, literally. I love them from the freshmen to the seniors. We all love each other. We all have each other back. We all pick each other up, and we work hard. Like we just work hard. It's just we all got the same mentality basically, and we all is ready to grind, work, and anybody that's in front of us, they just have to we gotta get them out the way, because we gotta go. We got a vision, one vision, a ton of vision.
Go to Davis Baker and then Matthew Welsh.
Hey, Devonte, like you just said, you just described your, defensive linemen as your brothers. Does this feel like the closest team you've been on at your time in Georgia?
Yeah, I feel like this is the closest team to me, because when I became becoming from a freshman to a senior, it just felt like you build more connection with different parts of people on the team, like with the quarterbacks, running backs, linebackers, safeties. You just build relationships with everybody, and just not just in the D-line, you just build relationship with everybody, the O-line, the wide receiver. It's just everybody feel like family here. I kid you not. When we get together, it's nobody bigger than nobody. All on the same chapter, we're all on the same page.
Yeah, Devonte, you talk about relationships. I want to ask you specifically about Jalen Carter. What's it like playing with him, and what's your personal relationship with him like?
I love Jalen. That's another brother. The same thing as a brother. He first came in, he was just like me. He was quiet. Everybody started off like that. Be quiet. Everybody's quiet. But when he took his first rep with the ones, and the power he had, the speed, I was like, yeah, this guy, he's gonna be special. And my relationship with him, he's just my brother, my little brother. Anything he needs, he can call me any day.
Let's go to Ryan Curley and then Lance McCurley.
Devonte, what's it like? I know you're not allowed to hit the quarterbacks in practice, but what's it like chasing Stetson Bennett around? You know, how are his legs a weapon? You know, what do you see from that?
If you can get to Stetson, that's the first thing. If you can get to him, then once you get to Stetson, I don't think you're going. If you think you got to Stetson, you didn't get to Stetson. If you get what I'm trying to say there, Stetson will be gone. Once he see you, he's gone. Like once he see some pressure or anything, Stetson, he's just different. He's different with his feet than any other year I played with Stetson. I played with Stetson for years. Like this year, he's a lot better than any year.
Hey, Devonte, sorry I'm using the basketball game, but you know how the linebackers call themselves the Wolf Pack. What do you guys on the defensive line call yourself as a group? Is there some sort of nickname that you guys kind of go by?
Trench mob. We always say we the trench mob. You know? Trenches. We always in the trenches with dogs, big dogs. Trench. That's what we say. We trench mob. Any day, anytime you ask JD or anybody on the D-line, we've always been a trench mob since day one.
All right, we've got time for maybe one or two more follow-ups. If anybody has one, just jump right in. Okay, hearing none. Devonte, thanks for your time, and we'll see you soon.
You have a nice day.